Ladies and gentlemen, we have a world champion. And you might be wondering, well, obviously, everyone were wondering, like, we will go into the tie breaks, we'll get a lot of, games, there is still games going on. But no, yesterday we really got a world champion. And the game in itself was like this world championship, this entire whole world championship was a movie, okay? Entire thing was a movie. We got some surprise openings, we got some surprising middle game tactics, and so far, then we got some emotions, we got so many things in this World Championship. Like, you can say this World Championship was everything. There could be a biopic movie, not a biopic, I would say, but like, yeah, there should be a movie based on this World Championship. This was such a World Championship. Yesterday, the last game of this World Championship, I was so nervous to watch the game because whenever I was watching the games, Mukesh having a slight advantage or even a better position, he's always failing to convert the position. So I was like, yesterday, you know what? I won't watch it. So yesterday, what I did, I think there were. I'll tell you the story while analyzing the game. But when I opened up the position, I was so shocked. I was like, my heart sank, literally, like I mean, yeah, I'll just show you the game. I can't, this cannot be explained in words. So the last game, Gukesh is playing with the black pieces, and my man Ding is playing with the white pieces. And so far in this opening, we have seen a lot of surprise opening. We have seen knight f3, we have seen knight c. I don't know we have seen knight c3, but yeah, e4, we have e4. There's d4. So many things we have seen with the white pieces. So my man Ding, who I guess in one game he played knight f3 and he won the game. I don't know the game number. He chose the same opening. Gukesh here he plays d5. He plays the normal stuff, g3, and now this is the king's Indian. Guys, Ding Liren is the perpetrator. He is a true. I don't know if perpetrator is the right word, but he is a like he likes to play this opening. He's the owner of this opening, I would say, because he whenever he plays this opening is his for main strong forte. So Ding is like, okay, I don't know if I would go for the tie breaks. He's telling to Mukesh, I'll play this opening, I'll go for the win. Mukesh is like, all right. So Ding plays bishop g2, and now knight to c6. The idea is now at some point e5, e4 will be coming. Now maybe now there are so many things white can do. White can play d4. White can even play e3. White can even short castle, and like there are so many things white can do. So white opted for d4, and now e6. The idea is to open up the bishop and try to defend this pawn, and maybe at some point, maybe knight e7, knight g6 might come. There is also knight f6 ideas, so many things, castles. And now Gukesh is like, I will take the pawn, and now knight to e7. um Knight to e7, and now like he's like, okay, now there are a lot of things you can do. You can play either, let's say you can play e3, open up the queen side, queen. Um, you can, I don't know if you should take the knight, because if you take the knight, then there's always knight takes, and this is a good position. Now there are you can play even b3 for bishop b2 ideas, and if you want to be more aggressive, you can play c4, which is what Ding played. Ding plays the move c4, and Gukesh is like, okay, I will take trade of the knights, and now knight to c6 coming with a tempo attacking the queen. So queen goes back all the way to the home square, and now d4, not capturing the pawn, because Gukesh from the beginning itself in this whole entire world championship, guys, Gukesh has never tried to trade off things. Like, Ting has offered many times, but Gukesh is like this, determined young kid that he's like, no, I've came here to play chess. I want to play chess. I don't want to go for a draw, simple draw. I will make Ding, you know, I will make Ding to fight for the draw. So Ding plays e3. Now He wants to trade off the center pawn. Normally you can play g6 and try to go with bishop g7 idea. You can even go bishop c5, try to defend this pawn. This is also one very natural move, which is what Kukesh plays. You can also play e5, but e5 is too dangerous because if you play e5, let's say you take, and now this is just not so good for, not at all good. So Kukesh don't want all those risks. He's like bishop c5, takes, and now knight to c3. Kukesh now short castles, king safety is always the must. And now knight to b5, attacking the knight. Sorry, attacking the bishop. And there are a lot of trades are going to happen now. If you, by the way, if you look at the time situation, uh, Ding is 30 minutes down, lower than Ding is 30 minutes lower than Gukesh, which means he's out of his prep, but he's still, but he's playing confidently, and there are a lot of trades going to happen very soon. Bishop goes to b6 because Gukesh is like, I don't want to trade off the bishop so soon. b3, and now a6, kicking away the knight. Knight goes to c3. I don't know why it's lagging so much. Bishop d4, bishop to b2, and yeah, there are a lot of things. Trade are going to happen very soon. Ding is playing for the end game. He wants to pull this game to the end game and go for a draw, and he wants to play the tiebreak games. Ding is like that only. Okay, e5, so defending the bishop with a strong pawn, and now queen to d2, which is a very interesting move. Your idea is to go rook, either rook a d1 or maybe rook e d1, rook f d1, a lot of things. Bishop to e6, opening up this rook for come to rook c8. Now knight to d5. Now normally, what you if I ask you what was your first instinct, you would say, if I ask you to play a move here, you would say, okay, well, this knight is looking very cool. I mean, I will just, you know, I just want to take this knight. But okay, after knight takes, like let's say I take the knight, you take the bishop, and now look at this. This point, this is very good for white. There are also, you can also play f5, which is also a natural move. f6 is also a natural move you can play. Or simply you can play bishop takes, queen takes, and yeah, life is happy. Here Gukesh plays an absolute, you know, um, he's been obsessed with the g pawn. We have seen he used to play g4 a lot when he was playing with the white pieces. My man Gukesh here plays b5. He is like, okay, I don't have a g pawn here now, but if he was imagining himself as white, and he was like, okay, I would play g5, I want to go aggressive mode. b5 is trying to break this pawn, and Ding obviously takes, pawn takes, and on knight to f4, bishop is attacking the knight. So also he's sacking the knight, but it's not actually a sack because the bishop is also, our knight is, I mean, Kok's knight is also hanging. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, queen takes, and now rook b8. And now this position is, I mean, this pawn is weak. Obviously, this pawn not weak, to be honest, because always, this pawn is there to just break the structure. Rook fd1, trying to attack the queen. Queen goes to b6, attacking the bishop. Bishop goes back to f3, and now takes, and now b4. Now, I mean, obviously you can play a4, you can play a3, try to break this, try to get rid of this pawn. I mean, this pawn is like a kind of a stoppage. And I mean, you can also play rook case. By the way, I mean, most natural looking move will be rook f to c8, trying to open up the rook to come to c3, and yeah, trying to build some attack, because if you look at white's king is not so good. I mean, it looks safe, but it's not so safe. Meanwhile, Black's king is chilling out there, like, he's like a ding. Like, Black's king is like ding. He's just chilling out there with no such danger in this position. Meanwhile, White's king is like, I won't say it's like Kukesh, because I mean, obviously I won't say it's like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. a4. So Ding plays a4. He wants to get rid of the pawn. Obviously Gukesh takes, and Ding takes back with the rook. And now look at this. The Gukesh created this, this weakness of for Ding. This pawn is a weakness, very weak pawn. This is. It's going to be attacked very soon. And I mean, obviously the queen, the rook, the bishop, like three attackers, only two defenders. Like this pawn is almost getting lost. Obviously you won't take it now because I mean, obviously rook b1 is coming. So yeah, so g6, very intuitive move, and also a very safe move to play to build some space for the king. Queen to d4. So here Ding is like, I want to trade off the queens. He's offering a queen trade. And guys, we have all known Gukesh, okay, in this world championship, that he is not there for trade pieces and the result in a draw. He's here to play chess. He will fight, and he plays queen to b5. He is like, he wants to keep this tension, wants to keep this attack, and maybe at some point the rook will come to the rook will come to c8, and then to not to c6 but to c8 and then c7 and then rook b7 at some point when the bishop is not there, let's say. Here Ding plays b4, and I was like, what? I mean, not during the match because I wasn't watching at this point. I wasn't even, my computer was not on. I was just, by the way, I have set up a new webcam. By the way, this is my new webcam setup, and I was just testing all that. I wasn't even looking at the game because I'm not at this point of to be precise, but yeah. But when after the game, like after everything happened, I mean after the result and everything, when I was checking all the entire game, I think this morning I was checking, and then I saw this move, and I was like, what? I mean, because yeah, I mean, just when I saw that Kukesh was a pawn up, like when I was checking the whole entire game, and I was like, I was very curious to know where he won that pawn, and I was like, oh, this is how he won the pawn. Like Ding just gave it away. He lost hope for this pawn, so he's like, okay, Mukesh, you can take this pawn. I don't care. Mukesh obviously happily took, trade off the queens, and now, by the way, after rook trades, this is still a draw. Look at, I mean, if you look at this position, it's still a draw, even though Mukesh is a pawn up. I mean, still, I mean, the kings are closer, and there's nothing much attack is building here. Gukesh played g5, bishop to d5. Now again Ding is offering a piece trade, the bishop trade. Gukesh is like, nope, sorry. I mean, not sorry, nope, thanks. Rook c1, and now king to g7, defending on the check, even though there was no check because his c8 square is covered by the bishop. But maybe the idea is to go king g6, f6, and then h5. So this is the main idea, that this king will help these pawns to march forward. And so yeah, rook c7, and now bishop to g6, defending this pawn. And the idea is now you can play, yeah, I mean, you can play rook b1 check, you can play so many things. So rook c4, offering a trade. Now obviously you will go, obviously you won't trade the rooks. Obviously you will just either go, let's say, to, you can play rook b5, you can even give a check sounds pretty obvious. And yeah, Gukesh played rook b1 check, king g2, rook e1, trying to cover up the file, rook to b4, and now h5. As I said earlier, okay, black is trying to push this pawn. Gukesh is pressing for the win, even though it's a draw. I think he also knew, but he was like, okay, no, I will make Ding struggle for this draw. But yeah, and now f5 will come at any point. Rook to a4, and now rook to e5, attacking the bishop. Bishop goes to f3, and now king to h6. Now Gukesh is preparing for g4, so that after, let's say, bishop moves to c6 or maybe b7, the rook will jump back to e2, and also there is f5 coming. So yeah, king g1, and now rook e6, rook to c4, and now Gukesh plays the g4 move, attacking the bishop. Now bishop can go to, let's say, obviously not to d1, because then you will lose a bishop. If you, I mean, you can play bishop c6, which is the more natural looking move. And so bishop d5 is also very natural, attacking the rook with a tempo. Rook d6, and now bishop b7, and now king to g5. And now the idea is to go with f5, f4. Ding here plays f3 move. He wants to open up things. He wants to get rid of this pawn. This is a very committed move, big commitment move because yeah, okay, you want to trade off the pawns, but I mean, yeah, I mean, still it's not looking very easy for white. Takes, and I don't know why he decided to take the pawn. I mean, he could have just played check, and I mean, the king is never coming. Like, it will take a long time for king to jump to attack these two pawns, and the king is already closer to this pawn. So yeah, I don't know why Ding decided to trade off the pawns, and now to h takes, and now rook to b4, bishop f7. The I guess the idea is to at some point. I mean, rook t1 is anyways coming. King to f2, check, and now king g1. King to f6. The idea is to go king e5 and then try to go with f4 ideas, and then or maybe also let's say king e5 and then I don't know, some bishop trade idea like bishop d5, and after takes, let's say black will just go with this pawns. So this is what Kukesh was trying to think. Rook b6 check, king goes back to g5, rook to b4, and now bishop to e6, defending this pawn. Normally this position is obviously a draw. You can play so many things. I mean, now white can play. White can, let's say, white can. I don't know. Let's play. Let's play. I mean, white can play rook d6, trying to attack the bishop. Uh, White can also play like rook b1 idea, so that you can defend the check. I mean, there are so many ideas white can play. White goes bishop a, sorry, rook a4, rook to b2, attacking the bishop. Now here, Ding had to do, what Ding had to do was to play either bishop h1 or bishop g2. What Ding had to do, but he goes bishop a8. Now bishop a8, I don't, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad move. It's a very good move. The bishop is keeping an eye from the corner. He's like controlling the entire diagonal and everything. So yeah, I mean, I won't say it's a bad move, but yeah, king f6, rook f4, king e5, and guys, in this position, now if I turn the engine on, it will also say it's an equal position, even though it will give slight edge to black because you know it's and there you see have the spoiler also. I don't know if you can see the spoiler, but yeah, king e5. So here, I mean, yeah, as you can see, black has been given a slight edge because of extra pawn, and but anyways, it's a complete draw. But in this position, let me turn the engine on for this moment. At this position, instead, by the way, guys, I turned on the position. You know, I just checked the position at this moment, and Ding here. By the way, look at Ding's time. Ding got 9 minutes on me. I mean 10 minutes. I mean, but yeah, 9 minutes 30 seconds, and Kukesh got 1 hour. Can you believe that, guys? He's playing so quick moves. Like he has calculated everything in his mind, except for this move. I don't think Gukesh ever saw that Ding would. I mean, expected that Ding would like of the world champion will play this move. Ding plays Rook F2. My guys, my friends, this is the, as you saw the bar, boom. This is the worst blunder in the entire world championship history. Now, why is this a blunder? Because now you can take the rook, king takes, and you can force the bishop trade. Uh, Remember earlier I was saying that this was not, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of this move because of this. Now you have to force trade the bishop, and this king pawn endgame is completely winning for black because after king e3, and yeah, I mean, obviously you saw that Kukesh won. Yeah, I mean Kukesh won, but like king d3, and now you play f4. If you takes, and this pawn endgame, my guys, this is actually this not here, and this is just, yeah. The reason why it's a blunder is because of this. Ding miscalculated. He missed this position, and when I saw that, and when Ding made that blunder, I was like, what? I should have turned off the. I mean, I should have come up for the game earlier as well, so that the game would have ended very early. But Gukesh was trying. You should have seen. If you haven't seen the video, it's been going viral. Gukesh couldn't believe himself. He was very. First of all, he was very happy. He was smiling when he saw this. He was trying to calm himself down. He was double checking everything, but he wasn't able to control, his emotions. And then when Ding resigned here at this point, this is the look at this. Look at this, the classy ending for a world like for the for the new world champion Gukesh. King e5, like the king. He put the king, and he's like forced him to resign. And guys, with that, Gukesh Domaraju is the youngest, the newest world champion. He's just 18 years old. He's just 18 years old. Can you believe this, guys? I mean, this is just insane, bro. This is absolutely insane. When I was 18 years old, I was just playing. I started playing chess like professionally more often, more actively. But and now I mean, this is just by watching this. I mean, I was so proud. I mean, for the first time in itself, I never. I mean, I never have tears for any chess match result or anything. But this made me yesterday. I was like full with tears and everything. I was so happy. Mukesh was literally crying at the board when his opponent resigned, and after the game, like he was thanking God, and like some emotional moments there. And with that, guys, Mukesh Domaraju has didn't let Ding to go to the tie breaks, and he just ended on a score of 7.5, 6.5. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is just this is just absolutely crazy, guys. This has given me a motivation for my upcoming tournament, which is on 11, which is happening from 11th Jan. It's from 11th to 13th Jan. It's a state championship I'm playing in, where I don't know if I will be doing great or not, because I only have 1 or 2 weeks of for preparation. I will be talking with my team, because I have indeed, like, I have my coach already, but I am also creating a team for myself as well, so that they can help me to prepare for my upcoming championship. Not just the state championship, but also for the upcoming more tournaments. But this is just a proud moment for India, like every celebrity, everyone is posting, reposting, wishing Gukesh. I mean, this is just a delightful moment for everyone, for every Indians, like for 140 crore people. This is just amazing. Yeah. That's anyways, guys. That's all I got for you today, and we'll be posting more recaps. And by the way, the Qatar Masters also happened. I will be analyzing the games of. In my next video, I will be analyzing the games of Arjun Erigasi and Vantika Agrawal. They both played amazing in that tournament. So stay tuned for that. That's all I got for you today. Yeah, get out of here.